It's Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. Do you know what's new in horror and comic shops today? Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. Here's what's new in horror in comics today, July 21st, 2021. The Devil Tree from BloodMoon Comics has a story by Keith Rommel with art by Wolfgang Schwandt. An evil tree seems to be the focal point for all kinds of evil and eerie happenings in this indie horror comic. Expect homicidal rampages and dark rituals within this tree's dark roots and branches. Tales from Harrow County, Fairfolk, number 1, is from Dark Horse Comics. The story is by Cullen Bunn, with art by Emily Schnall. The original Harrow County was some of the best backwoods horror on the shelves and definitely showed that Bunn can deliver the goods when it comes to horror when he wants to. This miniseries continues to tell the tale of Bernice and the Haints of Harrow County, but I fear if you haven't read the series so far, you might not be able to jump right into the lore. Go back and grab the Harrow County trades and then proceed to this series. It's some great comic book horror. Proctor Valley Road, number 5, is from Boom Studios. The story is by Grant Morrison and Alex Child, with art by Naomi Franquiz. This 5th issue wraps up the series about a haunted road and all of the weird happenings on and alongside it. I bought all of these issues and plan on binging through it now that the series is over, so I don't know much about it. But Grant Morrison has my respect as a writer, and I look forward to seeing what he has to offer in this old-school, on-the-road horror story. Shadecraft, number 5, is from Image Comics. The story is by Joe Henderson, and the art is by Antonio Fabela. I dug the first issue of this series about a young girl who lost her brother and finds out that not only has he been swallowed into a realm of shadows, but he has taken up residence within her own shadow. I really like this idea of making one's shadow a monster, and I look forward to catching up with this series. The Walking Dead Deluxe, number 19, is from Image Comics. The story is by Robert Kirkman, with art by Charlie Adlard. For those of you who miss reading the Walking Dead comic book, Kirkman and Adlard are re-releasing the series one issue at a time. This time they're doing what they promised they would never do and colorizing it. I'm sure it reads just as well, but I love the black and white vibe to the original series. This issue reprints the introduction to a character that will become a series favorite, Michonne. Finally, we have Alien 5 from Marvel Comics. The story is by Phillip Kennedy Johnson, and the art is by Salvador Larroca. While last week saw a second title released from Marvel focusing on aliens, they're still putting out the first Alien story they published focusing on a military man returning to space to rescue his activist son and his girlfriend from a space station full of xenomorphs. While the Aliens title returns to the setting from Aliens, this series has more of the vibe of the Cameron classic, proof positive that Marvel might want to slow down a bit lest they become redundant with the old Alien franchise. I get it, Disney wants to play with their new toys, but I don't think we need 2 titles a month. Larroca is still delivering decent art, and Johnson's story continues to be engaging. But one story at a time, Marvel. So what do you think? Do any of these horror titles seem appealing to you? Let me know down in the comments. That'll be it for today. Please chime in down below in the comments and let me know how on the nose or mind-numbingly wrong I am, or you can counter with your own review. So guys, you know how YouTube works. I'd love to be able to dedicate more time to this channel. I'm not monetized yet, so if you want to help me out, remember to hit all the pertinent bells and whistles down below. Want some spooky comics to read? I have 2 new horror comic book trade paperbacks you should look out for. Both Gravetrancers and Pirouette, collecting never-before-published issues, can be found in only the finest of comic book shops. If you're looking for written reviews, you can find them on my website, mlmillerwrites.com. If you really want to show your support, I also have a Patreon page at mlmiller. Look for the link to my Patreon page down below. Thank you so much for your time, and take care.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're